everyone, welcome to Biz Bites, your weekly Monday evening business show, live on FB. Hope you're doing well and hope you've had a great bank holiday. For those in the States, we hope you had
Memorial Day.
A good Memorial Day. And we had a bank holiday. And I know people in places like Ghana and stuff, they didn't have any holiday. They had their holiday last week. So, hey guys, I hope you had a great day at work. All right, okay. So we are here today and we want to welcome you to our maiden edition of Biz Bites show. All right, this show has been put together by us for you, our valuable clients and people in our network, to share with you some great insights to help you to be able to take your business to the next level, whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, already an existing business owner. So we hope that you will join us every Monday and get as much as you need to get to help you to become better and become more successful at what you do. Alright, my name is Victor Kwejer. I'm your business coach and consultant. I'm also a speaker and an author. I've got 5 books out there which are doing very well, and it's been a great blessing, a great help to a lot of people in business. And I do offer one-to-one business coaching and consultancy services to all my clients and those in my network. And I do also offer speaking engagement. I've been an honest speaking engagement, and so you have a church or business organization or a school, you want us to come and speak to your people, we are more than glad to come along to be a great help as well. I also have Bike Springs Publishing Limited, which is a publishing company that we just set up. We offer ghostwriting services, publishing, and also affordable printing. And we publish books both in ebooks and paperback formats and distribute them worldwide. Okay, so you can check out my books and they are all over on all the worldwide platforms. That's exactly what we're doing for you. And especially for those of you in Africa, in Ghana, we are there. And that's one of the services that we are bringing to you, so that those who have been in Ghana, in Nigeria, in various African countries who do not have access to global markets, we are ready to help you to do that. Okay? So do not deny us. So take advantage of our services, and hopefully we will be able to work together soon.
Wonderful.
Great.
I'm Rex or Rex in short. I consult in a number of areas, including value management, which means identifying and extracting value, enhancing value in organizations. I'm also doing content management work, which means whatever the content, whether for your official presentations or you want to do your work on social media where they say content is king, or you want to come up with a production, some documentary, I help you look at the kind of content you put together in that and review the content. I'm also a brand consultant, helping to improve your brand experience, and then I also do digital business, anything in terms of digital applications and how you can benefit from the tremendous opportunities they give you. I enjoy teaching, training, and speaking to people, obviously supporting people with their systems, their strategies, their digital opportunities, their branding. I'm also an author, and I also look into helping people with counseling where that becomes necessary. Yeah.
Good. All right. Okay. So basically, what we want to do now is give you a quick recap of what the format is going to take with our show. This is it's going to be a weekly
but I think
show.
Before you do that, maybe we should tell them a little bit more about the purpose before, so that helps them.
Yes.
Okay. So let's look a little bit into the purpose again. Victor mentioned something there, but for those of you who want a small snippet of what we really do, we're actually sharing insightful business tips to help you on your entrepreneurial journey, as well as strategies to help you to grow and enhance your existing business. We do it in bite-sized manner. That's the key differential between us and other people. Bite-sized manner. But we also recognize that you'll be having questions. So the pertinent questions you ask, we'll be happy to be answering them on this show. Thank you. Victor.
All right, great. Okay, so basically to talk about the recap, what we want to share today, and give you a structure of how we're going to be approaching this show every time. It's good. So first and foremost, it's going to be a recap of the previous episode. We've done a previous episode. Of course, it's the first episode, so we don't have anything to recap, but that's we introducing the show to you. We'll also respond to questions. Okay, so if you have any questions, please drop them either in our inbox, that's bizbytesforyou@gmail.com, or you can just type in the comments your questions. We'll pick them. we'll be approaching especially those questions that are relevant for the particular episode or the topic that we talked about in that particular day. So please look at that, and also we'll share. The next thing will be, of course, share the insights on the topic of the day, and also give you a summary of that topic and announce for you the topic for the following week, and basically share with you all the other things that we could potentially help you with as a business owner and as a business person, a person aspiring to go into business. Awesome. Great.
Thank you. Wow. So what are we going to be talking about today? We could start from a number of places, but I want to throw the question to our audience first. If I was to ask you, what is the most important consideration or issue that one would have to think about when they want to start a business or run an existing business, what would that be? One of the most important. Kindly send in your answers by Facebook Live or by email at bizbitesforyou@gmail.com. We'll be happy to pick them up. But I want to throw the same question to Victor. Victor, in 1 or 2 words, what would you say is the most important consideration, or one of the most important considerations in starting or running an existing business?
Without a shadow of doubt, it is an issue of the way we think, mindset. Without a shadow of doubt, that is very, very crucial when you want to do. I mean, that Danny Johnson once said that success starts in the mind, and I couldn't agree more.
Mindset.
Yes.
So what exactly is the mindset then?
Well, mindset is simply, basically, I mean, is the opinions, the person's way of thinking, or the opinions that they hold about any particular thing, a particular situation. All right. It can also be said to be a person's way of interpreting events around them, given how they think. So basically, you interpret things based on how you see things, or how you are predisposition your mind to be able to see things. All right. An informed person has a different mindset. All right. So it's very, very important, and it is easy to potentially be able to think, be able to approach things differently, situations differently. If you are informed, your way of seeing things is definitely different. Okay, and that it's very applicable in business. I always say that there's a difference between somebody, for instance, thinking about value, and somebody just weighing everything based on cost. If you have better knowledge about what value is and the fact that it's more than cost, and you start to think in terms of value, it helps your decision making and enriches your way of being able to weigh situations and make the right decisions in that line. So, and it's also about the right mentality, the right way of thinking, and that makes a whole lot of difference. Everything starts in your mind, so you want to make sure the mind is correct, is sound, and is thinking the right direction to help you to be able to focus and channel your energies and your resources to be able to become more successful and become more productive.
Awesome. Wow.
Great.
Okay. Wow, mindset. How would I look at mindset? Picking up from what you said, I think I look at a mindset as being a way of thinking or a set of beliefs adopted by one or more persons or group of persons that influences the way they behave, their outlook or perception to things, and their mental attitude of thinking. Importantly for me, though, the area that matters a lot is that thing about mindset where it creates a powerful incentive for people, with these people, to keep doing things the way they've done them, adopt and accept prior behaviors, choices, and methods, which even when undesirable, they still keep doing them.
Great. You see, the beauty about this show is that you've got two people here we have interest. Yes, we do collaborate and agree a lot of things, but we have different ways of looking at it. Okay, so you have that beauty and that luxury of being able to have two great minds here, being able to share from different perspectives, but equally making very powerful and forceful points to you for you to learn from. So you got 2 for 1. I think that's a very great deal that you don't want to play around with it. All right, okay. So from what we've already said about what mindset is all about, now we want to go a bit more into detail. And today we want to specifically zero in on the types of mindsets that any one of us could potentially be having. Okay, we've had our own, we've developed certain things, certain level. With some of them we are still working on and stuff. But it's important to know exactly what kind of mindset you have, you and I have. Okay, where are we? And is there a better way of thinking? Is there a better way of addressing it so we can become better people and be able to make more impact in our business? Don't forget, the essence of the show is to help you become more successful in what you do. Okay, so we want you to connect with us. And from here, I want to give the floor to Rex to share with us what is his first point or the first type of mindset. There are so many of them, but we're going to take just about 6 of them today and hopefully be able to share great stuff.
What's going to be my first one? Wow, mindset. Well, starting off from where I ended with the definition about adopting proud behaviors, I think I'll probably start with the mouse mindset.
Wow.
Now, we're not talking about a computer mouse. Now, we're talking about the creature mouse. For those of you who live in inner city, you probably know what a mouse looks like. Okay, the mouse is that creature that's always skirting around. It looks timid. Smallest thing, it runs off and all that. And more importantly, it's attitude to things. Mice haven't changed the way they have always lived. And so catching them is always the same. Put a trap, put some cheese on some glue, they fall into it. They haven't learned anything new. So timidity is there, but it's the same routine. Even when the outcomes have been undesirable, they continue in the same thing. They are a bit like another group of animals called wildebeest. They also have just one mindset, same way of doing things. They get killed and they still go the same way. And then also, they are stuck in a particular mode of thinking. It's like no reset, nothing. They're just staying that way of thinking. That's how we've done it. We'll keep doing it. Traditionalist in a way. And then of course there's no room for experimentation. We all know if you don't experiment, you will never discover new things. I'm reminded of a Nigerian story where they talk about this bird called Ineke. And Ineke, the bird, said, this is what the bird says, that since men have learned to shoot without missing, he has learned to fly without perching. So he has reformed his methods even as human beings have improved. Well, the mouse unfortunately doesn't do that. It's not open to new ideas either. Wow. You may say, how does that apply? Well, let me, before even talking about business, which we'll spend a lot of time applying to next week, let me just start with us as human beings, daily living. One generation tells a child, you got to go to college. College will open the world to you. You get a great job. The guy goes to college. And one generation after another, they don't open it up to anything. And nothing wrong with going to college. I've been to college. Victor's been to college. We advocate people going to college. But the fact that they don't look at any other route or route, it's just the same thing over and over again. No room for looking at options. That's the mouse mindset.
Great. Yes, that's quite an interesting one. Wow. The mouse mindset. Hey. All right, guys. All right. So I would take it out from here. I'll come from this angle of the chicken mindset. Who doesn't know the chicken? If you haven't seen one, you've eaten one probably, unless you're vegetarian. Well, I love chicken anyway. So, and I love grilled chicken. If you care to know. And I grew up in a setting where we used to rear chicken ourselves. So I basically know when the eggs are, and how the hen have to, what do you call it? Keep it warm until until it hatches and everything. So I've done it. And if any one of you who has ever had the opportunity to be able to see how the chicken is reared or how they behave, it's just quite straightforward. They are very short-sighted. Okay, they lack stamina, and you often see them making a lot of noise and just going about aimlessly. It's all about just pecking out small things here. And I remember when they have the chicken, a bird flies a bit slow, and they're all scattering. Always afraid, always scary of themselves. Even their own shadow scares them. They're passive, they're easygoing, they're settlers. They just don't want to think. They reflect those things. Very comfort zone. That's all that they're about. It's all about where is the next place to really just perch and just hide and relax. Okay, not venturing outside. You can have chicken. How will you let them? They go out of the compound? That's right. They're almost always in the compound. Okay, so the chicken, they never venture out. All right, and this when I apply it to us as humans, let me give a typical example in terms of business. This is where somebody has heard us speaking many times, read our books, shared our codes. They've got to come to appreciate and listen. They've got something that they want to turn it into a business. Yet still, they have never made that decision, that bold decision. Why? Because they are always afraid of what is out there. Why? They have all the reasons why it might potentially fail. Whereas they could think, what is the potential good that can come out of it if I make that bold step right now? So a chicken mindset is something that you really do not want to be living in. Even if you had that mindset, you want to begin to start thinking of how you are going to change your mind, your thinking, because it's not a very helpful one. It can never help you. In business, you need something more than that to be able to succeed. Okay, so you got to be able to take steps. You are never going to know every condition out there. Okay. You will never know, and nobody ever starts anything significant or successful when everything is perfect. And I mean, for us to start this show, yes, we'll be very busy. But at the same time, we're all professionals, so we're looking, okay, make sure you get this software, get this done. We couldn't get, so you can see what we are showing you. Some of the things might have not come out the way we want it, but hey, we decided to just step out there, share the information with you, and we move on. With time, we can perfect it, and we definitely are going to do that. Okay? So thank God we have moved away from chicken mindset, and we are taking things next step further. If we did it, then you can do it yourself as well.
That's right. Thank you for saying that. Don't be a chicken. I want to talk about a donkey. I'm talking about these creatures that, I mean, for those of you who know what a donkey, it has another name. I'm not permitted to say it on a broadcast. So, but a donkey is one of those creatures that sometimes needs a boot to do what it has to do. Now, very often it comes from its perception of things. It has a low self-esteem. Many people know that already. Also, negative thinkers. And more often than not, we judge such people, but it comes from maybe bad experiences they've had, trauma, abusive scenarios. They've gone through rejection. Many things could create that. And so they failed before, and they think they are failures without realizing that failure was just an event. And so they don't want, I'm not going to try business again. No. I'm just going to stay here. No, but that is a donkey thing. And what pushes them is when they have a crisis. Then they are forced to move out. I like what one of the American motivational speakers, John Maxwell, said. He said, once your mind is tattooed with negative thinking, your chances for long-term success diminish. Wow. So tattooed, and unfortunately that's what's happened to many people. So avoid the donkey mindset.
For a mind to be tattooed, and that must be a mind that is really, because you get a person, I've seen a couple of tattooing being done in the studio, and you have to really be still. So it must have been something that has been pumped in there over and over again. Yeah. Wow, that's a solid one. All right, okay. So the next mindset for us to talk about, we want to talk about, is the crow mindset. Do you know the crow? I'm not sure whether you've seen one before, but I've seen one before. I mean, like I said, I lived in a rural setting, so I'm quite familiar with some of these things, some of these birds and the way they behave and stuff. I've had first encounters with them. And the crow has this particular nature and characteristics of the fact that they are noticeable, okay, because you always see them all over hanging around the house, on the light poles, in the trees. You always see them hanging around, and they make no positive impact. I can't seem to particularly see exactly what a crow is all about, but of course everybody has got some kind of reason why he exists. But I just can't see what particularly the crow is all about. Okay, and people with that type of crow mentality, they are very boastful, argumentative, defensive, very critical, and very distracting. And I give this typical example. Somebody is on Facebook, and I'm asking, okay, why are you on Facebook? They are jumping on everybody's comments, everybody's situation. They can pinpoint every hole. They have never done anything themselves, yet they know everybody's wrong and everybody's mistakes. Okay, very loud. You can see them arguing on every single situation, every single post anybody put out there, and everybody knows them. Okay, but they themselves, I keep on asking myself, okay, I don't know 24 hours, I don't know a 7-day week or a month. What would you have achieved? What can you point out to say that this is my achievement for the week, for the day, for the month, or for the quarter? Okay, we're almost towards the end of, going to last month or the first half of the year. What can you say you have achieved? Alright, and they carry false notion that being busy equates to being productive, which is very dangerous. Okay, they're always not open to correction or reasoning. An American humorist, Kim Hubbard, says something that some folks can look so busy doing nothing that they seem indispensable. They're very busy, but they're doing nothing. Okay, they're just busy for busy. And former Prime Minister of the UK, Benjamin Disraeli, will say something, say, easier to be critical than to correct. And that's what some people's lifestyle is all about. And you don't want that as part of your way of thinking or your way of behavior.
Right. So let's not be noisy newsmakers, but without really achieving anything.
Yeah, productive.
Right. I don't know if it's better to be a crow or to be a peacock, though, which is the next thing I'm going to talk about. I guess many of us know what a peacock is. A peacock is a beautiful bird. I haven't seen one in ages. It's been a long time since I went to a zoo. But peacock looks so beautiful. But this is what it is about peacocks. They're very self-centered. For those of you who've seen them, they're always looking at themselves. How beautiful they look, you know. And they are self-obsessed. Really self-obsessed. They love to be at the center of attention. And the thing they crave, not want, what they crave most is constant praise and reassurance. It centers, they have to be the happening themselves, not anything else. Once the attention moves from them, they don't really like it. Now, it sounds very egotistic. The danger for business, though, is that such people with that kind of mindset are not good at collaboration.
Wow, then I think we've upgraded.
Well, yeah, so we're certainly not having a peacock mindset. See, those people are people who, nothing wrong with having a position. Notice we don't talk about we're CEO, nothing like. But these people want to be their own, the boss. They can't see themselves being part of a team or working together with them. Unfortunately, if the big players know that mergers and acquisitions are important, how much more the small players? So we've got to understand that. So a peacock mindset is not a great thing to have.
Wow. Well, at least, thank God we've upgraded. We're able to collaborate. So that tells a lot about how far we've come with this mindset that we're talking about. And for us, it's not just about just pointing out somebody's stuff, but it's about the fact that we want to share stuff with you. And we think that this is a basic way of preparing the grounds. So whatever thing I will be teaching here onwards will be something that will have been building on a very solid way of thinking. All right, so for today, the final one that we want to really think about, which we really desire everybody will be aspiring towards, is the eagle mindset. The eagle mindset. Watch my lips. It's the eagle mindset. You must have heard so much about the eagle. I'm not sure about you, but I've heard so much about it, and I did a bit of research about them. And if you read, it is a fascinating bird. One of the best. I mean, when you talk about, there's just so much to learn from the eagle. If you have never read anything, please just Google it or find some very good information, book about it, or and see what kind of. But a few things I want to point out here. An eagle can spot a prey from 10,000 feet in the air and will zoom in all the way, irrespective of all the obstacles, all the challenges, be it the wind, the rain, the sun, whatever. Even if the direction of the wind is against, it will still be able to zoom through, fight through the trees, the houses, all the way to get through to the prey. Okay? So they are just focused, clear vision. They have clear vision. You cannot achieve anything in life without a clear vision. Okay? So even if your business, whether you're already an existing business or just coming to start or you're already in a startup stage, you must have a clear vision of exactly where it is you are going. Alright? So it's very, very important. So the eagle, they are focused. They are proactive. Alright? In the 21st century, the eagle is a type that can weather against any storms. The 21st century, we call that being disruptive. I'm not talking about causing demonstrations, but I'm talking about being disruptive in the center to be able to go against the status quo and change things and bring about new things that have never existed before. And that's what we see a lot of businesses, the tech business, a lot of business that we see today. Keeping on Airbnb hasn't got any single hotel building, yet they are the most valued hotel business around the world. You know, it's all about destructive thinking. Okay, so you really want to look at that. And also, the eagle mindset is essential for winning in life. Without it, I mean, life does. I have a principle, a very good principle, which I've been living by, which is this: life will not give you what you qualify for. Life only gives you what you fight for.
What you qualify for.
It will never give you what you qualify for. It only gives you what you fight for. Yes, you might have the qualifications, but until you do something with that qualifications, you fight with it. And that's not a physical fight.
Yeah.
But it's about venturing, and I mean, I have qualifications, you have qualifications, but we are using it to fight the system, fight and create some things for ourselves. In all the great business we have created and the things the people we've been helping. You see? So life gives you what you fight for, not what you qualify for. Alright? And I will challenge you And that's exactly the way of the eagle. It goes against the grain. All right, it goes against the storms. Nothing stops the eagle from doing whatever it wants to do. That's why it has its nest at the highest point. Yeah. Okay, it goes where nobody else goes because it understands that, hey, if you are going to stay at that low level, you are not going to achieve anything. You've got to distinguish yourself, set yourself apart, have a particular way of thinking, be able to achieve some things. And Charles Swindoll says something. He said that people who soar are those who refuse to sit back and wish things will change. All right? Mike Murdoch put it this way. Mike Murdoch of Wisdom Center, Dr. Mike Murdoch, who we know so well, intolerance of your present schedules your future. The eagle mindset is the closest guarantee to becoming successful and thinking and making significant impact in life. So I challenge you today that no matter which mindset that you have, we want all of us to aspire towards the eagle mindset, because that is where success is achieved, that is where significance is made. So we really challenge you to go on this journey where I want you to begin to start thinking and behaving and making your mindset, tune your mindset to become like the eagle. So that as we go along with you, we can together help you to become great and successful at what you do and achieve significant things in this life. Okay?
Awesome, Victor. Well, I guess we've given enough to our audience for them to chew on for the rest of the week.
Right.
So just to summarize, so we've looked at what a mindset is. You heard Victor give some very good definitions of what mindset was or is, and then I also shared a little bit. And then we've looked at the mouse, we've looked at the chicken, we've looked at the donkey, we've looked at the crow, we've looked at the peacock, we've looked at the eagle.
Yeah.
Interesting things about these little creatures. You will know where you stand on these things, but we'll be looking at how you can build into better things. Some of these describe some stages of my own life as well, and where we've moved on from. And on that note, Victor, maybe you can
Okay, so basically today what we've talked about is the mindset, and hopefully we are going to take that to the next level. It's going to be mindset also, but you're going to take the next level. So send us your questions, your comments, and about today's episode. You can always email us at basebiteforyou@gmail.com. basebiteforyou@gmail.com. Like our page, invite your friends, make a date with us again next Monday as we go deeper and apply a principle that helps you to adapt and develop the right kind of thinking to be able to do business and do it well and become a greater success in your business. So thank you so much for allowing us to come your way.
Yeah, I think the last thing I probably would say is just for those of you who are looking, you've enjoyed what you heard, or you have some other questions, again, you can send us an email or Facebook message. But then you also maybe are looking at other services you feel we can offer for you. Like we said before, we can look at business reviews for you, the organizations. We do training, whether it's business skills, leadership. We can do one-on-one coaching. We have do speaking engagements. Just let us know, and we'll be happy to assist you.
Great.
Right. So on that note, we just want to say thank you for joining us this evening, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Exactly. We look forward to seeing you next week. Have a blessed week and continue to become great in what you do.
Taking these big bites one at a time.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Take care. Have a blessed evening.